Hi, we are over here in front of City Hall with a bunch of people that are trying to fight to keep Melreese Park. We're really in a struggle because we're fighting some very rich and powerful men. One of them is Jorge Mas and the other one is David Beckham. So we want to know who's going to win in this fight, David and Goliath. But in this case, David is the people. So let's see what happens. Stick around. Action fun and back to lock 19 with Marta. So I'm going to show you how many people are standing in line. Some of them are supporters for the soccer to take the Melreese Park and build commercial retail property on there. And the others are people who are from the park. They use it. It's an organization called I don't know the exact name. What is the name of the organization? What? The organization is the First Team Miami, and they use the park as well as other people. It's one of the largest parks that we have in Miami. I'm here with Gladys Fuentes. She's a member of Little Havana Neighborhood Association, and she's going to be talking to us about why she is here.
I'm here because I want to support Melreese Golf Course. Golf is just as good a sport as soccer, and the commissioners are, I believe, in my opinion, are not doing things the way they should, and so we want to voice in what's going on with our government, and we're not getting it.
They're handing these out, and these are for the people that are supporting the soccer team. So I think I support the soccer team, just not at a public park. We're here with Steve Leidner, and he's an activist in the community. Let's hear what he has to say.
Good morning. I'm here to support keeping the golf course undeveloped. It's a former dump site for a power plant, and I think the area is best left undisturbed, and also I do not support a sports team taking another piece of parkland and developing it as a major commercial development.
Now they're calling it a soccer place, right? Something.
Well, it's under the guise of soccer. It's a major retail development.
But they're putting a hotel. I think it's like 700 room hotel.
Hotel, retail, parking, probably entertainment complex, restaurants. It's a major development. Soccer is just a small portion of it. And apparently this is how Beckham got, or Mas, how the team came together, using soccer as a cover for a major commercial development.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We are now standing here with Jorge Flores. Jorge, how are you connected?
With Melreese Golf Course, I've been going there since I was a young man, going back in the 70s, and I've seen the progression of that golf course. That golf course has always been very good to their patrons. It's a fantastic facility. You know, I'm one that's, you know, I don't particularly hate soccer. In fact, when I was a young man, I used to play soccer, but I just wouldn't want it to see it at Melreese. There's a lot of other facilities that can be used as opposed to doing it at Melreese. If you notice what they did in the Bay Area in San Francisco, they went ahead and they were actually in the process of building a Coliseum for the Warriors, and they're world champions, you know, so if they can do it, we can do it as well here. We have a lot of Bay Area that can be possibly used for that. So,
and the situation in terms of taking a public park and using it for private profit, this is a 700 room hotel. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think there's plenty of hotels in the area. To be honest, I think there's going to be so much congestion going by the airport there. I don't think that's, you know, they have more than enough hotels there to facilitate all the tourists that come here. you know, I don't think it's inducive to be able to do it there, to be honest with you. That's my opinion, and everybody's entitled to it, and that's mine.
And they have an after-school program.
That's one thing that's very important, and it's close to my heart because I've seen the growth of a lot of young men that have gone through that program, including Eric Compton, that he's in the PGA Tour.
What's the name of the program?
It's the First Tee. It's the First Tee, which is an opportunity that they give to the kids so they can be introduced to golf, which is a fantastic game that I think that everybody should be playing it because it's not an aggressive sport. There's no injury involved in it, so it's, you know.
That's a good point.
Right.
That's a good point.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
We're sitting out here because this is the overflow room for the inside, since it's jam-packed with people on both sides of the issue. You've got some people who want to go ahead and lease the public park to the private industry so that they can make, you know, their money with their hotels, retail shops, and their private soccer team. And then you have other people who are on the other side of the issue who say, hey, you know, a public park is for public use. It shouldn't be rented, shouldn't be leased, shouldn't be sold. It's not a moneymaker, and it belongs to the community. So there were so many people that they set up an area out here. All right, so I have asked every adult sitting in this area if they would like to share their opinion as to why they support the MLS. In other words, why they support this private group taking the park. And none of the adults in this area wanted to share their opinion here. So I don't know what that means, but it is what it is. I am interviewing a very important gentleman. I want you to introduce yourself and tell us about it.
I'm Vernon Hawthorne Clark, President, CEO of the African American Pioneer Bahamian Newsletter. I'm a native of Coconut Grove, born and raised.
Very good. And can you tell us why you're here supporting the Melreese Park?
I'm here because I'm a part of the old school that started Melreese Golf Course during the turn of the Civil Rights Movement. Melreese has always been the landmark for the minority kids to come and exercise whatever ability they have to play golf and to for recreation in the field of golf. I have strong roots with the family that started the International Golf Course, going back to Charlie DeLuca's father and all the people who were there. Some have passed from David Beckham, and I think I'm the oldest person around. I'm 82, and I'm a native of Coconut Grove.
So this park has not only significance in terms of being one of our largest parks, but it has a very strong and important historical significance, and specifically in this civil rights movement.
It is, because if you check the people who were involved, Melreese was one of the earliest golf courses in South Florida that didn't have to go to the federal government for them to get started for the black kids. I'm not only speaking of the black kids, I'm speaking of the poor Cuban kids who came to America at the first wave of the Cubans when they came to Miami. Melreese was the place where they all learned to play golf, and they gave recreation to them. I don't know about the foreigners who come to invest money. I don't know about the developers who in there for the interest of their own pocketbook. I'm interested in all the children, and to deny the people who started this and their offspring, the pioneers families, Cubans, blacks, Afro-Americans, all of them. They started Melreese Golf Course as one, not there just for certain segment of the rich people.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. I feel honored that you gave me this time, and I am so grateful. I want you all to see how he has come, so how he has set up his support so that people can see.
The golf club represents the broken arrow. The Indians did that when they were left. When the Seminole Indians left.
I want to catch this. The golf club represents what?
It's broken because the golf club is what they start. The driver is the beginning. That is the alpha, not the omega. The alpha means that the first. If you break this golf club and you take the handle it's no good. That's why I have this golf club to demonstrate to the people. You got to read and know where your roots are. The American flag represents the base of where you come from. The golf flag is a struggle to keep you well, to take the weight off the world.
That's beautiful. The golf bag is the struggle, and it represents all of our struggles to stay well. We need to struggle in order to maintain healthy in terms of our community. And the flag, of course, that significance is very evident. And it represents everyone in the United States and our philosophy of having justice for everybody. Thank you so very much.
Thank you too.
We're at Melreese Park, and I call it a park because, you know, that's what it is. It's under the Parks and Recreation, so it's a park. And this is the reason for all of the discussion. This is what David Beckham wants to take and build hotels and retail and offices and, of course, a stadium. So let's take a look inside and see what it's all about. So as you walk into the park, this is the first thing you see. Let me show you what it says. That is our former mayor. That's Mayor Regalado. And in contrast to Mayor Suarez, this is what Mayor Regalado says. I'm going to read just a little bit. As the mayor of the city of Miami, it gives me the professional honor and the personal pleasure to welcome each and every one of you to International Links Miami, Melreese Country Club, and the city of Miami. Wow! I always like that, Mayor. So let me show you, when you walk in, how beautiful this place is. It's a beautiful place. In the middle of doing this video, my selfie stick broke, so now I have to hold the camera. I hope that you can appreciate what I'm looking at while we're taking a look at these beautiful golf fields. I'm not a golfer, so I don't know much about the sport, but I do know that it is a wonderful visual reprieve when you're used to watching just concrete. This is an elevating visual reprieve for me anyway. One of the things that they did explain is that this is a public park. You don't have to pay to walk in. You have to pay to play. Like I said, you pay to play for a lot of other parks in the city of Miami and everywhere. We have national parks that you have to pay to play. You have to pay to go in. So in this case, if somebody is using the park or the golf route or whatever that's called, they start. It takes about 2 hours to get from one place to the other. So while they're playing the first holes, you could access, if you go ahead and let them know you're going to be there, you could access the other holes that they haven't reached. As long as you let people know where you are, because nobody wants a golf ball hitting you on the head. That seems to me a pretty reasonable request. In the meantime, you could always sit over here and you could enjoy the game for free. And you could enjoy the views for free. And those views are priceless. So is the breeze. In addition, there is a restaurant over here called Duffer's Den. And you can come over here and you can have something to eat. You can sit down, have water, and again, enjoy nature. It's all about enjoying nature, and it's all about free access. And as you can see, nobody has stopped me from coming here. Nobody has said I have to pay money. I could sit here all day and enjoy the views and enjoy the park, and that's how it should be. So in looking around in the park, I just spoke with a lady. She's the companion for somebody who participates in the Special Olympics, because that's the other thing they do at Melreese Parks. They work with the Special Olympics, and they, you know, help the kids develop their sports and participate in the Special Olympics. So that's why, one more reason why this park is so important for us. I am home, as you can see. Now, the reason I did this video was because it's so important that our public land is protected. We understand that it's important to have a thriving community and that commercial businesses are thriving, but we can't lose sight of public land, and that has to be protected. It can't be leased to commercial industry constantly where we end up having no access to any public land and everything is built up to the max. Like Commissioner Carollo said, that he wanted to make sure there was a development to the fullest. Well, you know, that's not always a good thing, Commissioner Carollo. So I hope that the city of Miami and cities all around the world remember that it's not only about development. It's not only about making money. It's also about protecting our lands. I hope you like this video, and I hope that you subscribe. But more important than all of that, I hope that you have a day filled with peace, love, and joy. Bye-bye.